Guys, good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's address the big, wide, puffy-eyed face in the room. I woke up sobbing. Well, I didn't wake up. Parker woke me up. I was sobbing from a nightmare that I was having, and it just was one of those, I don't think I've ever had a dream that way that affected me so profoundly, where if I try to fall asleep, despite how sleepy I was, I'd be in that moment again. So it took me a minute to get back to it, and the minute I fell asleep, it was time to get up again. Oh my goodness. So it is Saturday. I'm scratching my leg. Mateo has a game at 9 o'clock, but so anyway, just to give you context. I guess I don't even have context. My dream was that Daniel had died, my son, my youngest son, but I guess not in the moment. Like, the dream wasn't about his death. The dream was about how everyone around me was like really at me because I needed to get over it. And Mateo was older. He was like hanging out with his friends, and it was Easter, and then it was New Year's, and then it was like a birthday. It was like all these holidays, but Mateo was a teenager. He was like driving age. And all over the house, there were things of Daniel's of his age now. So I guess it had been a few years. So weird, man. It was so hard to shake off. I don't know. I didn't want to talk about it again because I didn't want to get back in the funk. But anyway, the boys usually have to show up to practice 30 to 45 minutes early to warm up and to practice before a game. So I asked co-parent if he could drop him off here before, or if he was running late, that we would just show up early. And he's like, no, he has no problem. I'll bring him, you know, don't worry. So I'm actually super excited about today's game because Mateo, that kid, man, he's like, Parker and I had a conversation last week where I was like, you know, we have 4 kids, and of all 4 of us, of all 4 of our kids, which one do you think is the one that's going to volunteer to take care of us in our old age? And like, both of us said Mateo at the same time. He's just, that kid is so sweet, man. So he convinced his dad that because they weren't gonna have a game on Mother's Day weekend, that today's game and Monday's game should be about moms. And so he asked his dad if he could buy them pink socks, pink wristbands, pink eye black, like the little, I didn't even know that's what it's called, the little stuff they put here, and let the moms pick their walk-up songs. So like, it could be funny, it could be cute, it could embarrass them, whatever. And they just went on this spiral of let's make these next 2 games about moms, and I'm so excited. Like, I know it's gonna be super special because, you know, these moms that are sitting there, it's for their kids, you know? It's not like, oh, I can't wait to see 11-year-olds play baseball. I just want to see my child. And so I was telling Parker, I'm like, you know, when Wesley was sick and we couldn't go to any of his night games or evening games or afternoon games because we had to be home, it was so difficult, but I figured, oh, he's over it. He doesn't even care. He doesn't want me there. And when we were in Louisiana and we missed both of their games, Daniel and Mateo's, the first thing they said was like, Mom, you're a good luck charm. We missed you. That's why we lost. You know, you need to be there. And it felt good to know that it makes a difference. So we are getting ready to go there this morning. We're waiting for little man to show up. I'm kind of packing up. I was like, I wonder if this would be something that you guys are interested in seeing as I was getting ready with my mom baseball shirt. Isn't this cute? I found it on Amazon. It's like 12 bucks. And I thought it was cute because like the boys' teams, like Mateo's team is red and Daniel's team is navy blue and orange. And so I have navy blue shirts from last season, and then I have red shirts from last season, but it's like red or blue. But this season, Daniel's shirts are bright orange. So they went with that as the predominant color. So it's like, can I just have like just regular baseball shirts? Like, not color appropriate? And then I can do things like my wristband or my nails. Oh. One mom just messaged, she's like, can you make my son's song Milkshake by Khalees? Oh my god, this game is gonna be hilarious. So like I'm wearing, hold on, oh, there we go, red shoes. So I just thought it would be like baseball-esque, but not necessarily. I'll just throw on like Mateo's hat, his team hat. Gosh, I wish I hadn't cried for a few hours because look at my face. Do you see the fattiness? Anyway, so if you guys have kids in sports, summer sports, I don't know if this is something that you would find interesting, but Let me tripod you up here. I was trying to get these kids to cool off. They play at many different parks. And they're so, I don't know what it's like to play sports personally. And I also don't mind being hot. In fact, I would much rather be sitting in the sweltering sun cooking, sweating, and having like wet crotch and wet bra than to be cold. If I'm cold, I am the devil on wheels. Like, I'm a terribly mean person if I'm cold. And so I don't understand. I never understood what it was like to be hot and how infuriating it can be or debilitating to some people until I was put on Lexapro last year. I'm not on it anymore, but I took it for, gosh, maybe 6 months. And one of the side effects was like getting hot and sweaty. And I want to say if I felt like that all the time, I would definitely be meaner than if I was cold. So anyway, when the boys play at certain parks, there's certain parks that are like way better than others. The ones that aren't better, like the air is stale, there's no circulation, there's no shade. It is like there's dust just kind of floating. It looks like an old like cowboy movie. So I was trying to find a very, very affordable alternative to a mister fan. And everywhere you look, the Targets, the Walmarts, the Amazons, they're like $10 to $12. And there's like 12 to 13 kids on every team. So it wasn't something that I wanted to do to gift each kid, because then that means giving them the responsibility of having to bring it, and they can't even remember their own backpack to school every day, you know? And so I was like, no, I want it to be something like a loaner system where it sits out there for their convenience if they need it, and then they put it back when they're done. So anyway, I did some digging, went to Walmart, I found these guys. They're $3 a pop. Look at this. As a little fan, and it mists. It's so awesome. So I got 12. I'll link it for you guys. So if you guys are doing any fun summer stuff, I mean, it takes 2 AA batteries. And my thought process is, okay, it's not 10 to 12 bucks. So even if you have like a family of 4 and each one gets a mister fan, you already went over how many, like the price of how many these were, and it is $3. So if your kid accidentally leaves it at SeaWorld or, oh, are those your underwears? You just put your underwears on the internet. He's crazy. You'll come and say hi? Come here, say hi to your friends. Yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. So anyway, I was telling you guys, you know, if you have plans this summer and you're gonna go to the SeaWorlds or the parks or the water parks or the whatevers, and your child loses it, it's $3. You know, you can easily replace it, and it's not one of those things where you have to like, oh, worry about, stress about, or get crankified about. Do you want to try the mist? Wait, come here, hold on. Let me make this Daniel height. Gotta give us a first impression. Ready? Are you sure? Is it refreshing? Is it cold? Would this cool you down in the summer? Why don't you stick your tongue out? I'm glad I put drinking water in these. You should probably clean your glasses now. Damn. I bought them so we could use them for your games and your brother's games. What do you think? Yeah?
Good idea.
Good idea? Good idea. What time did you wake up today? Like a minute ago?
First time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time.
You got up that many times? Did you have to poop? No?
No, actually 4 times.
Why so many times?
I woke up at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to sleep, and then woke up at 6:25.
Uh-huh. Is it because you miss me?
And then I woke up at 35, and then took a nap, and then I woke up at 45, and then I had to change because Dad said that we can sleep in till 7.
Oh. I hope the kids like those. You think they'll like it?
The kids?
Yeah. Here you go, Papa.
Oh, that's one.
Oh, I love those glasses. So the teacher and me obviously wanted some structure because 11-year-olds here are in middle school, most of them. So I put a little sign up here that basically says like, hey, help yourself, use it, but also don't be the guy that ruins the fun for everyone, you know? Like, it's very easy at this age when they're not like directly supervised to like have one class clown that like horses around and then it kind of catches on or it catches steam. Let me show you guys what I have in my Let's Go to Baseball bag. So co-parent was really fun and he got these pom-poms for all the moms and each of the teams have their own color. So I have Mateo's in the car and it's just kind of like a switch out that I do. And then I have whiteboard markers and an eraser because they have a little game board that I have to set up sometimes and you know, it's just unpredictable whether or not there's markers. Let me get I have a little
tripod.
Parker actually got this for me, which is kind of fun.
Mini scoreboard.
It's a little tiny scoreboard because sometimes the parks scoreboards don't work or you have to download an app or parents can't see or whatever. And so it's a little, hold on, let me turn it on.
Doodle, doodle, ladder, ladder.
It's a little scoreboard.
Oh, I think.
Hold on. There we go. So it has a score from last game. So that's Daniel's game. Right, Bubba? Yeah, yeah. It has a little remote and it's a little tripod. And so we'll either put it on the table, we'll put it on the floor. And Parker gave me this little carabiner. Sometimes we'll even like clip it to the fence. So that's in my baseball bag. What else is in the baseball bag? Obviously, the most important first aid kit. This is actually one of the best first aid kits that I've actually found. It's from Welly. You can get it at Target and it is good. This is stuff I've added. I added some wet ones and some tissue. But it is so cool. Why is it slimy? Why is it slimy? Was someone in my stuff? That's not what I'm thinking. So look at the inside. It'll actually tell you what it has, but it has Neosporin. It has hydrocortisone. Oh, look, hydrocortisone. I had that in my purse all along. It has cleansing wipes or like alcohol prep pads. It has ibuprofen. A little, actually, is this ibuprofen or is this? Yeah, this is ibuprofen. Yeah. It has gauze pads, big bandages, and small bandages or all kinds of bandages. But you're moving the tripod. And then waterproof bandages. I mean, it has everything you could, I think with the exception of like a blanket or an ice pack. Yeah, do you feel that? See how it's greasy? It's weird, right? We're gonna wipe that down before we put it in here. You obviously need gum for these baseball games. The bag's from Daiso. And then I have a bag, and this is full of snacks. So every few days after several practices or games or whatever, we just refill it with snacks. And it's just weird because we could go to a game right after dinner and you want a snack. I don't know if it's because you're sitting at a park or because other people are eating, but you want a snack. These bags are from Amazon. Oh, look. Mateo's trash. Disgusting. Parker threw a hat in here. I become like everyone's bag. And then I have this one. This is the me bag. Like, this is not everyone else's bag. People don't get into this bag. This is not for anyone else. This is just my stuff. So I have like my sanitizer, hand lotion, a little hairbrush,
makeup,
a face wipe. You guys, you always get like a thin layer of dirt on your face when you're there. It's pretty disastrous. Got my little icebreakers that I don't share with anybody. I had to hide these hot hands because Mateo loves them and he would steal them, and it could be 80 degrees outside, but he wanted hot hands. So I actually had to take them out of the first aid and put them in here. These are the sanitizing, like wet ones that I like to use. They're from Target. These are my favorite. I like these more than the wet ones. I feel like they're bigger maybe, or I don't know. I just prefer this brand. And then I have, you know, chapstick. And oh, this is funny.
What?
This is how you know you get old. Get ready, okay?
Okay.
So you need wintergreen mints because if you chew them, you feel better.
No,
you need ginger candy because if your tummy hurts or you have indigestion, it makes you feel better. You need cough drops because if you have a cough or a sore throat, these make you feel better. I don't know what all this loose hair is, but that's okay. What else? You already know what this is, just in case. What? You never know, you gotta be prepared. Did I miss anything, buddy? Is there everything I usually have in my bag? Oh, I pack a water bottle, a pen, and a charger. Yes, water bottle. And now that it's gotten super hot, I'm packing our fans. I think I showed you guys these last season. So basically oh, okay, all right. Basically what it is it goes over your neck like that. And then you can flip it upwards like this. And you wanna make sure your hair's out of the way. Oh, you wanna demonstrate it for us? All right. Buttons. Okay, and then? Well, you gotta make them go up to your face like that.
Green button, white button.
Yeah, you get a light show. Oh, you're so little, they can barely see. The fan has 3 speeds, and then the light settings you can change. Why are my legs so itchy? Holy crap! Look, do you see I'm getting all the hives? Getting hives. I'm getting all the hives. Okay, show us your light show. I don't know if I need to clarify this, but like I don't do the light show. I do the fan. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but this actually provides so much relief, not like the itching on my legs, and it's not super noisy. So if you care about that, or if you're paying attention to the game, I know some moms just go and sit there. I'm barely learning. Oh, look at my sweet boy, my sweet little boy. So he's like, but Mom, put lotion on your legs. It's very quiet, so you can actually still pay attention to the, thank you, buddy, to the game. Filming with kids. I forgot how fun this was. Here, can you put that away from me, please? The elevator. Actually, I might do the light show today because it's Mother's Day, right? It's like the Mother's Day game. Oh, we got shut down. All right, you guys, we are about to leave, but I figured doing this wasn't the proper way to show you my shoes or anything. I'm not sure how baseball season works, generally speaking, especially for kids. So this might be something that'll be helpful when it starts again in the fall or maybe next spring, because I know for us we're wrapping it up. But in case you wanted some links or you wanted a better look at this amazing outfit that I'm wearing, I'm gonna show you. Sophia's like, please don't, Mom. So I was telling you about this tank top. I really like this tank top because it doesn't hug on my underarms. I don't know if I ever told you the underarm story when I was little. Maybe I should tell you one day. But it just has like the stitching like a baseball. And it's long. I'm tall, so it's definitely not like legging length, like tunic length, because it won't cover the camel toe situation. But I think if you're shorter, it would. And then these shorts are these shorts are older than Mateo. They are since California, so I don't even know if this brand is even still in business. And then I'm wearing some Pilates socks. They have like the grip on the bottom, but I just thought they would look cute for baseball. And then these are Converse knockoffs that I found on Amazon for my Pokemon costume that we wore 2 Halloweens ago. I was misty, and so I needed some red high tops, and these I found on Amazon. I don't remember how much they were, but I know for sure they were under 30 bucks. And they're super comfortable. They're a little bit wider than regular Converse, so they're loose on me, but I know most people complain about how narrow Converse tend to be. So I just do a little oh, look, this is how old you know these shorts are, because that's my belly button, and that's how they're low rise. Like, please don't bring this back. They're comfortable, but these are low rise, so you know they're from the Britney Spears era. So that's my little fit for the day. I just have to go grab my red hat and head out the door. I'm gonna try my best to sneak some footage of the boys with their pink socks and pink wristbands and pink eye black and all that. Eye black, whatever, for you guys, but I might get lost in the moment trying to take selfies as my own kid. But if I do, then I have some pictures I could show you. Let's go, Jolene! morning, happy Monday. It's about 10 o'clock. We had a little bit of a pickle, a little change to our day. We're just gonna show you what's happening right here. So, for reasons that we are not going to talk about on camera at the moment, the kids were able to stay home today with an excused absence. So all of our mama hearts can rest easy, at least just for today. But, you know, that means we still have to have a productive day, especially when mama had her day just nicely planned and organized and scheduled. And now we get to have a day with these coconuts. So we decided this morning to finish our economics project. Daniel has a project that he's working on in school where they're gonna do sort of like
money, selling,
customer profit and loss, investment. He's in second grade. Like I have lots of questions. So basically what they have to do is provide a good or a service where parents only spent, sorry, the lighting is weird. We're actually waiting for like a crazy storm to hit. It's supposed to just pass through, but it's really loud. So they're supposed to provide a good or a service. Parents are only allowed to spend $10 or less on gathering materials. So basically you want them to do something with stuff that they already have at home. So our little business concept is called Daniel's Happy Words. And we have to design 15 words, 15 word bracelets. So basically he had to submit 3 options of projects that he would do or a good that he would offer. And he did positive words or characteristic trait bracelets. So can I see your bracelets, please? So he tries them on every time we do one. He tries it on just to make sure it fits. So here's one that he did. It says, I got this. Is courageous. What does this one say? Unique. Don't move because it won't focus. You got 2 uniques. Oh, what is this one? I think this is awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Dream.
I think there's another dream.
Another dream.
Another courageous.
Another courageous. How about this one? The determined.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. And then I think that one's smile. Is it all tangled?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Untangle that. There we go. So what we're trying to do here is finish up our 15th bracelet, and then we're going to wrap them in little cellophane baggies, and these are the little makeshift receipts that I did for him. So parents were supposed to write up the receipt of how much it costs so that they can figure out how much profit they're actually making. And so we're gonna do our little packages. So anyway, we're gonna keep working on this. But I'm actually really excited to show you guys something. Their aunt is getting married in June, and she's gonna have one of those beachy resort, really cute, like romantic, dreamy weddings in Mexico. And she sent a bunch of clothes for them to try on so that they could pick their wedding outfit. When I tell you, you never have seen, or rather, the clothes that you're gonna see is what dreams are made of. They're like tiny linen blazers, tiny linen shorts. So these guys are gonna have to try it all on and decide what their winning outfit is gonna be. And I anticipate it being a lot of, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, from this one. Like whatever, I just want it to be over. And then my fancy pants over there is gonna be like, can I wear it to school tomorrow? Can I keep all of it? Can I wear this to my doctor's appointment? When I tell you these boys are oil and water, like so different. Daniel's like, I don't care, I just want clothes covering my body. Meanwhile, Mateo's like, can I have a tuxedo? So we have a day of errands. We are going to finish our bracelets. Mr. Man here needs a little haircut. We have to go buy dog food. We have to try on all the fancy clothes. We have a baseball game. So we're gonna try to include you guys as much as possible, but bear with us as our day has been thrown for a loop a little bit here. But it's gonna be great, right?
Mom, it's only 10.
See what I mean? See what I mean about we're gonna need a haircut? Do you want a haircut?
Oh.
No? Oh my God, you guys, look how cute. We got these little pouches at Michael's. They're just for samples, like for food. You find them in the cake department. And then little chalk labels. So we just put them in these little pouches with the sticker. These stickers were already made, and then these, Daniel put his name and then I helped him write the rest. We write really big, so we had to do a little help. But isn't that cute? Look at, and so now when he puts them out in his little store, everyone can see what the words are, and if they flip them, they get like more beads. Do you like them? Are you happy? Do you think you're gonna sell out?
Nah, I don't know.
I think you're gonna sell out.
We still have to do these.
No, these are what you're gonna use when you're figuring out your prices. So this is what I give your teacher to tell her how much we spent on the items. So these are like your fake receipts.
What about these?
We already used those, these are extra. So the next time you make something, like maybe a painting or a card or something, you can put one of those stickers on. Yeah? You guys, happy Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Back to our regular classic work day. It's Tuesday, it's 9:30. I have a therapy appointment at 10, which is where we're heading to right now. And it was so, didn't want to get into it yesterday, but the boys' school district allowed them to stay home and have an excused absence because we had a tragedy happen in a nearby city, and it was pretty devastating, you know, to hear about it in the news. And this might be controversial to say out loud, but you know, I think there's always been tragedy, and I think there's always been violence, and I think there's always been all of the yuck that we have these days. But the only difference is that now we can receive it, you know, at the push of a button or in an instant, or if your phone pushes the news through as a text or an alert, you know, and so we're receiving it so much quicker because it's an instant report as opposed to waiting for like the 8 o'clock news or whatever, you know. So it was just hard, and I think you know, growing up, all we had to do were earthquake drills. Like that was the extent of our school preparedness, was like fire drills and like earthquake drills. And when the boys have to practice lockout and they tell me the details of it, as an almost 40-year-old woman, it makes me feel pretty disgusting and uncomfortable and scared. So I cannot imagine what it's like for these small babies that still hold on to their innocence, you know? And so these schools, after we had this massive tragedy, and I'm trying to keep it vague intentionally in case you're watching with littles or, you know, you feel some type of way. I just don't want to get into it specifically. And so, like I said, we used to do earthquake drills, fire drills, things like that. And so when I asked my boys, well, what does a lockout drill look like to you guys? Well, Mateo is the oldest grade in the school he's at. He's a 5th grader. And so the 5th graders have to walk to the restroom, like the boys' restroom, which is in the center of the school, and sit on the restroom floor. Like, for 11-year-olds to go to a restroom and sit on the floor for their own safety, not only is it disgusting, like in terms of gross, because we all know that kids play target practice and they don't do a very good job, but also because, I don't don't know. I mean, I don't want to relate hiding in a bathroom, you know, or going to the restroom to hiding in the bathroom. But when Daniel told me how their lockout is, I was like, I don't even know why I get so emotional talking about it. I guess it's because I imagine these tiny little kids having to push bookcases. They have to push bookcases away from the wall, get behind them, and then pull the bookcase towards them. And I don't want my babies to have to experience that more than they need to. And so after the tragedy occurred this weekend, a lot of other people thought it would be funny to call in pranks to schools and threats. And so a lot of parents got really, really nervous. I knew, because this always happens after something like this occurs, a lot of people think it's funny to do like prank calls or whatever. And thank God they get arrested. Thank God there's laws for that now. And so the kids were given an excused absence. But for me, it wasn't about, oh, is it a viable threat? For me, it was, okay, after this happened, they're gonna show up to school on Monday, and the first thing they're gonna do is, all right, let's get a refresher on this lockout drill. You know, let's get a redo or practice. Let's remember how we do the lockout drill just in case we need it. And it may not sound like a lot, and I may not feel like I'm doing much, but if I can do something, if I can do just one little crumb where I can just eliminate one potential additional memory or stressor or anxious thought in my children about having to sit on the bathroom floor or push a bookcase, then I'm gonna do that. Co-parent and I decided to keep the boys home yesterday and just get a nice little reset, recenter, spend quality time, catch up on Daniel's economics project, do things we haven't done, like haircuts, because baseball, it's been like baseball practice, baseball game, baseball practice, baseball game. Like last night we had a baseball game. The umps showed up 30 minutes late, so you know, we were there a lot longer than we thought. We didn't get home until 9, and the boys were hungry again, so they had to eat a second dinner. So it was a really good day to just kind of recenter ourselves and be a little family and catch up and just spend quality time together. You know, there were times where I wanted to vlog and show you guys things, but we're just so in the moment. But you are not gonna get away from seeing my kids in a linen suit. So co-parent sister is getting married in June, and she's gonna have one of those beautiful like resort beachy weddings in Mexico. And she asked if I would help her, or rather help the boys pick their like wedding outfits. And I was like, yeah, you just tell me what you need me to do. She's like, okay, all I need you to do is just help them pick. I'm sending it all to your house. So she sent them a bunch of like beachy resort, linen-y, beautiful, like just adult clothes and little. It is so cute. I want to ask her, I'm like, hey, can you send me the links to all this stuff? Because I'm sure a lot of you are going to go to weddings or events or things this summer, and you're like, what the heck do I dress my kid with? I wouldn't have even known. She just has excellent taste. I mean, in everything she does. She's one of those girls that you meet her and you're like, there's no way that you are this intelligent. She's a Harvard grad. There's no way you're this intelligent, this gorgeous, and this nice. Like, how? She's like the trifecta of like the most perfect human, even in good taste with kids' clothes. Even though she doesn't have children of her own, it's like she's just fabulous through and through. And so you guys, we played dress up, and the boys just, it was a hoot. I need to put it out there. I need to put it out into the universe. Like, the universe needs to know. Like, I didn't tell Daniel how to pose. I just told him, hey, put this on. And, you know, I told him, I was like, I want to take a picture of you after every outfit so that your aunt can, you know, have some feedback, see if there's something that she likes more than others. She's just so flexible. She was like, I don't care what they wear. As long as they're comfortable and happy, let them pick. But I was the one that was like, okay, let me just keep you in the loop. I want you to be in the loop with everything. So he would just put it on and he'd like strike a pose. Like, and he was just ready to go. Like, I didn't tell him. Mateo is more, hey, do you like it? Well, do you like it? He's I think he's gonna be a people pleaser, and I think I'm doing a good job at having a happy balance of being one of those people that, you know, includes their family and decisions and things.
and allows the people that matter to contribute or impact his life in a positive way, but also a fine balance between that and not letting the things that, or the people that don't matter affect him, you know, and he's very sensitive. So we're flirting with that line right now. So with Mateo, it was like, okay, relax your shoulders, just stand like you're relaxed, just like you're having a normal conversation. And he was like, he's super frigid, like stiff. And it's adorable because he gets that from his dad, you know, his dad is like all brain, like super intelligent, very articulate. He's just brain, you know, he's so smart. And stuff like that, he will always do a silly face. Like any time that it comes to something serious or important, he gets uncomfortable and he'll just do a silly face. And that's kind of how Mateo is. But Daniel, man, he was ham, like complete ham. It was adorable. So we got to do that, and that was fun. So I'll link a few of the cute items if I can find them for you guys that she picked out. But I'm like, I need all of these pictures developed. I should have staged them better. Like, you know, I should have made them actually like pose or sit somewhere cute so that I could like develop the pictures and print them. But we'll see. I mean, when they go to the wedding, I'm sure they'll get a ton of pictures that we can frame. But it was a good day. It was a really good day of catch up. There's another thing that I did yesterday, and this is kind of like a secret idea. My camera's overheating, so I hope she doesn't cut me off. But you guys remember Parker and I got married during quarantine, or during you know what, and it's our 5th anniversary is in June, our 5th together, not just married. So it's gonna be our 3rd wedding anniversary, but our 5th anniversary. And since we eloped and we went to the courthouse with just my friend Connie, our photographer, we never did vows. And I've had my vows written for what, 4 years since we got engaged. We never did vows, and I've always wanted to do vows. I think vows are really important. I know I became a cynic after I got divorced, where I was like, vows are stupid. Like, you're not gonna listen to vows because it doesn't mean anything. People just do whatever they want. I was cynical because I had a bad experience. But to be able to hold up that standard and measure everyone against it, like, that's not fair. And it's funny because I feel like Parker and I are doing everything in reverse. Like, we got married and we're an instant family. We already had the kids. And so like we're going in reverse now, where we went through the really, really hard stuff in the beginning, and now we're finally getting into a groove of like settling down and just being together and accepting of one another, and just so much romance and just intimacy, like real intimacy with like genuine vulnerability, which if you guys know me, like know me in real life, I'm the mayor of Tough Guy City, but not because I'm actually tough, but because being vulnerable is terrifying. So that's one of the main topics we talk about in therapy. And so I'm excited to be going this morning because I love to talk about my vulnerability because it's really hard to tap into. So anyway, I thought it would be a really sweet romantic idea to say our vows to each other on our 5th anniversary. You remember I told you my camera was acting up and she was gonna totally shut down on me? Well, she did. She doesn't like to sit on the dash because it's black and the camera's black, and the Dallas sun or the Texas heat is like crazy. It's 77 now and it's 9:30 in the morning. Anyway, she overheated. She didn't like what I was saying. So what I was saying is, I was like, I thought it would be a sweet, romantic, kind of memorable way to celebrate our 5th anniversary by actually saying our vows. And I don't know, I guess just being in a place in life now where we've been married long enough, we know what's important to us. Because when you get married, initially you're like, yes, I'll never cheat. Yes, in sickness and in health. Yes, like all the stuff you're supposed to say. But ultimately, especially on your second marriage, is these are two fully formed adults that have their own histories, their own trauma, their own life. And what's important in your 20s or early 30s or whenever you get married might not be as important, you know, down the road when you've already been together for so long, living together with kids together, raising kids together, changing careers. All of that stuff is just co-parents involved, you know, and I don't know. I guess I've come full circle, and this just goes to show that when we got married, I was like, we don't need to say our vows, let's just courthouse it. Even though I already had them written, you know, I've always been that. I can express myself a lot better in the written word than in the spoken word because English is my second language, and I get so insecure and nervous that I'll say something wrong or interpret it the wrong way in English, and it's not like I can tell Parker in Spanish. Yeah, it was a nice realization where I was like, hey, do you know we're having a moment right now? Do you really need to be cutting the grass, making it so loud? I don't know, it was a really good realization, but here's the thing, is I haven't told him. And I haven't told him because I'm protecting my vulnerability. I'm afraid he'll say no, which he's literally never said no to anything in my life. I don't know, I guess I feel silly telling him, do you want to say your vows on our fifth anniversary? But I will at some point, and I guess I'm using the excuse of Parker's an overthinker, and writing stuff down or planning stuff out really makes him nervous. So if I give him too much time in advance to prep, he might like think it, overthink it, and then like second guess himself a lot, and then get super stressed out. And he gets anxiety. When he's stressed, he gets anxiety, and his anxiety really is it's very dark, like almost like depression, and he feels yucky, and I don't want him to feel yucky. So I kind of want to, I want to pick the time right where I don't feel silly about it, where I know he'll get excited about it, and where he doesn't have too much time to like super overthink it or drive himself nuts. And in true Dani fashion, if I'm going to say my vows, what do I need? So I think Windsor is a store for teenagers. Maybe. So I wanted to get a really cute, flirty, beachy, sexy white dress for our vacation so that we could do our vows while on vacation, which is where he proposed. And so I just Googled, because I'm trying to spend like $50 or less on this dress, right? Like 50 bucks is like my max, the max investment that we're doing on this dress that I'm probably gonna wear once. And so I just Googled white slip dress. I was imagining like a satin slip type dress, just really effortless, almost like nightgowny. And I landed on Windsor, and Windsor apparently has prom dresses for like 50 bucks. And so I didn't realize prom meant teenager. Like, I don't know why I didn't make that connection. So I ordered all of these dresses in small, and they fit, but like if I eat one more taco today, they probably won't fit. The good thing is that all the Windsor dresses are stretchy and they don't have zippers. Like, you just pull them on or pull them, like, I was like, I don't remember fashion being this comfortable when I was a teenager. And so I got 9 dresses because their return policy is top notch. And I need to narrow it down. So I don't know how I can do this. Like, should I throw up some pictures? Actually, what if I do that? I'll throw up some pictures, maybe at the end. Okay, here's disclaimer. I'm not wearing the right underwear. I'm not wearing a bra. I don't think I even showered that day. So I'm not wearing the right undergarments. I'm not like ready to go or anything. You're just looking at the dress, just the dress. And so what I'll do is I'll do like a front and back picture, and then like put a letter or a number on it, and then you guys let me know in the comments what your favorite is. So imagine it's for just sharing our vows, romantic, but I really want to look sexy. I know sexy is a state of mind, you know what I mean. I want to look hot, and also it's like at a beach. So I'm either going to be barefoot or I'm going to be wearing those clear pointy sandals that I really like because they go with everything. They're like nude and then clear, the 2 straps. I'll link those down below because if you don't have them, you need them. And I think that's the update for yesterday and today. So we tried on a bunch of stuff. We did haircuts. We went to the baseball game. Mackey's team is #1 right now, so they just need to win 2 more games in the playoffs, and they'll be the #1 team. This is crazy. Like, this is so crazy. And I think what's most exciting and inspiring is that it's the first year his dad is his head coach. He used to be assistant coach in the previous seasons that he's played, but he finally got his own team, and it's the first season he's head coach for both of the boys. I don't know how that man does it. Like, corporate America, like head honcho over here, you know, 2 dogs, married, blended family, head coach for 2 teams. Like, I don't know. I need a little bit of whatever he's doing. It's a really good day. And I wanted to update you guys. I don't know, like, cause we're friends, you know, and I need to update you on apparently my kids in linen suits and me in Val renewal dresses. But I gotta scram, and I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, see ya. I got nervous cause my therapist just walked in and I was talking to a camera. I haven't told her what I do. She probably already knows. She has to know. Do you think she knows? She probably